Hello and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. And today we are proudly presenting Vanilla Retraced, a project that took us way too long to make. It is a complete remake of the second Stronghold Crusader skirmish trail. AIs, maps, everything basically, even some textures. And yeah, Crusader Pilaf and me, and even Nevikov, Heroes Florian and Monsterfish took part in it, created this beautiful masterpiece. To review all the changes, let's head right into it. And yeah, first things first, why did we even create all of this? That is mostly because of the deficiencies of the vanilla maps and the vanilla AIs. And because I was already creating a compatible castle set for modded AICs with the UCP, which should work for all of the trail missions as far as I was concerned, but it didn't, because on the second trail most of the maps didn't have enough space for the AI to begin with. Even in vanilla, most of the missions were broken. And so I asked Pilaf, why don't we just make new maps, right? New maps will fix all of our problems. We couldn't change anything of the constellations. Like, all of the AI opponents were fixed, all of the gold settings were fixed, but at least we could make beautiful maps. And as you know, the vanilla maps were also not looking so beautiful. They were more looking like they were built in a rush. So we headed out and set some goals. The main goal really was to preserve and keep the vanilla identity of the whole trail and all of the maps and the AI. So to make this possible, we had to keep the shape of the vanilla castles, where possible, of course. Some of the vanilla castles had to be reshaped because they were not fitting on any maps in the vanilla trail as well, and they were just a bit outdated maybe. And yeah, so we gave them a slight upgrade, a little bit of more economy, more compatibility with other AICs of other modders, and yeah, being just a bit better in everything, especially the build order. And for the maps, of course, we had also to define some new standards. So first of all, fairness. All the AIs have some problems with placing all the resources. They are basically limited to a resource grid. So we had to limit the play as well to the same resource grid without making it too obvious, of course. And while we were at it, we also made sure that all of the AIs had enough resources and enough space on all of these maps that we've created just for them. After all, we wanted to also be able to say, yeah, these maps are good enough that you can also play them outside of the trail wherever you want, and maybe even play some AI battles on them and have some fun. The next thing connected with AI was the pathfinding issues, and yeah, AI is still not able to always fully pathfind to you, but at least they might bug out less and place more siege tents along the way. Last but not least, yeah, the troop limitations. They came up with the UCP and more potent enemies. You might reach the troop limit of the maps, which is just 2500 in vanilla, especially with Deer that we added to more maps. To deal with this troop limitation, we swapped around some of the AI positions on some of these maps. And yeah, this would make fights happen earlier, and also these missions would be a bit more challenging in the end. So to show you some of these changes, we are getting hands-on and looking at the beautiful map here from Heroes Florian. Let's head right into it. And first of all, let's look at these pair resource spots. So you can see I can place exactly one stone quarry here, and the same applies for all resource spots of all kinds. So one stone quarry for me means one stone quarry for the AI and not more. Same for these iron mine spots here. I can place exactly one iron mine and they are all on the grid of the AI. Or like these pit tricks, for example. Yeah, there's also some changes that we've made to some of these resource spots. For example, these two farm spots here, and even the farm spot under these underground trees, which were also added alongside some other interesting new features like these bushes. Yeah, these farm spots here, they don't house enough farmland for wheat farms or hops farms. Basically, it's just more spread out, so you can only place apple farms or dairy farms here, and vice versa. There are also, of course, farm spots that only house wheat or hops farms. Before these lions overrun me, let's deal with them real quick. Because yeah, some of these maps just got some extra features to keep the players a bit more entertained, a bit more busy, a bit more challenged after all. And yeah, they are no joke, so I can tell you overall difficulty level has increased drastically. Yeah, might not be for you, but I think they are still very fine. Like all of these difficulty levels are fine. So let's look at other changes. For example, we have, besides these extra features, like maybe also the gravel is good to point out, we have some added textures by Monsterfish, the one and truly amazing one who made the Conquest Minecraft texture pack. He also joined the Stronghold community a while ago. You can check out his Conquest Castle pack, Stronghold of Conquests. But he made some textures for vanilla actually that blend in with vanilla very well. So the main goal of these is to make the vanilla texture experience just a bit better. So for example, you can see these mountain slopes here, they blend well with the other sand surrounding it. Or these grass textures here, they got a more refined tone to it. They're not as slimy green anymore. And same for these swamp textures here, they got some added bushes on top. And basically there are just some improved textures overall. So before we're looking at the castles, I will play a bit and then I will see you right back. Yeah, now that we've defended the first raids here, let's look at some of these castles. So this one is the Wolf Tree, for example. You can probably recognize the shape. It is a remake of a vanilla castle here, and it has more than double of the vanilla weapon production. Yeah, not all of the castles completely got like increased weapon production or anything like straight up. It's more like an overall improvement of the vanilla castles, especially for compatibility. So in this case, for example, we have 2 armories and 3 stockpiles, which in vanilla wasn't always the case and you couldn't really plan for it. So yeah, this is basically also for all of the AI modders that are part of the UCP team. Especially I would recommend Xana's AIC if you want a real challenge. Try to play the second skirmish trail with his AIC. The AIs will be a bit more aggressive even than with my AIC. But yeah, without the UCP anyways, we wouldn't be able to make all this possible. Also check that out. So for all of the tools that we've used in the process of creating this beautiful trail experience, check out the video description. There might be something for you. Yeah, one more mention I want to give to this castle here. There are other castles alike, it's just an example. But yeah, for Nizar, for example, we didn't always have mode as a secure way to seal off the castle, because in 2 missions this castle is seen on top of the hill, and because all the missions and castle positions, like basically the castle choices are fixed, I had to make one castle with the walls here. So keep that in mind when playing the trail. Not all of the castles might be recognizable. Maybe it's also fun to find some of the castles being new to you. And yeah, overall improved build order, overall just being a bit better than vanilla, I hope. Yeah, while we're getting obliterated, let's give back to the studio. With the release of Vanilla Retraced, there are also 3 challenges, basically 1 big challenge, but 3 categories. On Mission 80, the biggest one of them all, the hardest mission of them all, you are able to compete for 1 month. The exact rules will be stated in the rule sheet on the Git repository. Head to the video description to install the setup now. And yeah, the 3 categories are the following. First one is to submit your own run and your own beating of the mission first. So be the first one who basically beats the mission at all. The second category is to beat my own time. So basically I've set a time in secret beforehand. You don't know this one, but the first one who beats this gets another category. And the third category is to have the lowest amount of in-game time used to beat the final boss mission at all. So yeah, give us the best try, and your try will only be counted towards the category that yields to the highest prize if your run qualifies for any prizes at all. And yeah, happy submitting, happy playing. Head to the video description and install Vanilla Retraced now. Good luck, and hopefully see you soon, until in a month.